Good morning. I hope you are well. No, not yet. I'm just on here. Grandpa wants to know if I called him for breakfast. Not yet. But I am actually in the process of using a juicer that my dad and Bonnie lent me, which is exciting. So I'm just getting myself prepared, and I'm gonna cut up some good stuff, and Papa's not going to join me in this endeavor, but I'm going to enjoy myself. And it's been a while since I did anything live online because I have really just been keeping to myself and enjoying that process. I don't probably need that many for just this juice this morning, and then the carrots. I got some fresh carrots. Woo, I'm so excited! I hope that life is going well with and for you, and I am curious what's happening in your world. Lots has been changing in my own from a self-image perspective, and that changes everything. So I don't want to talk too much about what I'm working on and why I've been quiet, because what I have discovered is how we lose a lot of creative energy when we do. So talking about something that has nothing to do with what has been taking my focus for so long is kind of the way that I'm rolling today. Rolling. It's great to be with you, and yeah, just wanted to be here and see what's happening in your world and what would be the most useful inner practice you have discovered. Juicing is something I used to do when I lived in England, and then when I left the relationship and the country that it brought me to, then I had to make do with what I had access to here, which was not a juicer, until my dad and Bonnie stopped juicing with their machine, and now I have got to inherit it. So bring in some garlic, and I got some ginger. Oh my gosh, I haven't had ginger in so long. What about you? Woo, I'm so excited. Oh, this is going to be delicious. What is your favorite way to juice? I'm genuinely curious what you use in your brew that is good for you. Oh, this is going to be so good. Ginger has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties as well, though I am by no means a nutritionist, but I smell it. It's good for the senses. It's good for the heart. It's a great way to start the day. So here we go. These are going to go into the machine, and while we're here, I was going to be doing this anyway, so I just thought I would see. Woo, here we go. All right. Wow, this is exciting. Start with the beet. Oh, wow. Oh, I have missed this so much. Ah, you love ginger. Josh, it's great to see you. Woo, here we go. Oh, my gosh. It's literally been, I moved back from England, if you can still hear me. I moved back from England in 2015, and it has been since then when I have done any of this. Oh my gosh. It smells a little electrical. So, oh, this is coming along nicely. Woohoo! Alright, let's throw some ginger in there. I don't even know how to clean it yet. It's probably not an enjoyable experience for someone else. gosh, here we go. So this is my finished product. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna have to figure out how to clean this bad boy now. Whoa, that's a lot of garlic and a lot of ginger. I know no one's here with me right now, but did you know Camilla and Charles are here right now in Canada for 3 days? And what I heard is that they come to collect the, I don't know what it is they're collecting specifically, but obviously when we are natives of the land, we are shareholders of it. So our trust benefits. And so they come to collect the trusts that have been uncollected from those who have died. And so they come to make good on all of that that's in the hood. Wow, this is super good. I'm gonna make Papa some oatmeal. And normally I'm far more intentional about what I wish to say. But this morning I thought instead I would just come on and share what's going on and see where you're at. Nobody's here with me though, so it's more difficult to find out. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm heavily shadow banned, so Facebook was probably not the place to have actually went live. YouTube, more so, that's where I could go, but I didn't. So, how are you today? It's great to have you here. I have made myself some juice already, and it is beside the camera. Now it's Papa's turn. He loves his oatmeal every morning. That's what he wants. So that's generally what he gets. And I am going to just enjoy the juice that I made that is here, full of ginger and celery and beets and garlic, because I'm making myself solidly unkissable. Just kidding. But it's fun. I don't care. And yeah, that was all that went into that. And now Papa has his oatmeal. But yeah, I was saying about, you know how Camilla and Charles are here for 3 days? I saw on the TV that Papa is watching, which is the Tell-A-Vision. See how it goes bright when they tell the truth? Yeah, they're coming to collect on the uncapitalized on trusts of those who have died that have not claimed their shares as shareholders. And so all of the equity that was left in their trust. It's pretty crazy. Just an awesome to see you today. Hey, hey. And so I say we need to really figure this whole trust law stuff out in a way that we haven't known that we needed to, because we thought that trust was just that which we give another, yes? Well, the corpse, with an E, for the energy that we give the corpse we work for and sign on behalf of, that requires us to actually be trusts, because we're converted and dropped in standing from a woman or man into something other than, which the Creator always owns the creation, which if we're created by the same energy source, and then man creates creations, the creation, which the man or woman then gets converted into if we don't know how to maintain our standing as who we truly are, that is what then is under the jurisdiction, juris being of law or of right, and diction being what is spoke or wrote, under the jurisdiction of the one that claims to be able to apply their rules to us, which is why the de facto government, which is one who is self-assumed, just like the fiat currency, which, did you know, fiat currency, on your keyboard, you'll find that the dollar sign has one line through it. But when we were in school, we were taught that it had two, because that was actually backed by something of value and worth. But the new one, which is fiat, F-I-A-T, look that up. You will find that the current we see, is not backed by anything but our trusts. And then because we've been turned into trusts, then ultimately we are profitable, because a trust is also said to be a corpse, and we're not a corpse because we're a living. But unless we know who we are, then we can be said to be anything, implied to be, and then rules applied to the one implied to be other than we actually are as originals. Though, if we look at the indigenous, Métis, Aboriginal statuses, all of those are made to be other than the original, because ab is no longer the original. But people are not seeing that because we have been culturally indoctrinated into a corrupt system, which systems are designed to save you significant time, energy, money. And did you know that you is actually plural? So it does not mean just one, the one that we think that it does. We must ask, who does you include? So if you take anything away while you're here today, just remember that your power is actually in the question. So your power position is that. And you know, when I got certified as a coach more than 10 years ago, that was what I learned as part of the training, in that if you want to actually help someone truly unfold and awaken to the divinity of who and whose they truly are, your greatest gift is actually to stay in the question, to ask and hold space and allow the one that is going to have that applied to their own life actually find the answer that was within them the whole time. They just didn't know how to access it for themselves. So that's what a coach truly is supposed to do, except for even that has been bastardized too. So then we think that it means you have to have the answers, and it puts so much stress and pressure on the one that needs to offer the best solution that we think would work for them if we were in their situation, but we're not. And we're also not going to be paying the consequences of actually choosing the choice that is offered by the coach. So instead of doing that, why not sit back, ask questions, and be present. Present into the now. Just like I'm going to do for my Papa Bob. Yo, Papa! Breakfast! Woohoo!
You ready?
Yes? I don't always say anything. I just make gestures, because generally he doesn't hear very well anyway. But we do pretty good together. And he's got his oatmeal coming. And I got my juice, so I'm going to say it's a wrap today, because I am sure you do not want to be present for the cleaning process, which I haven't figured out for that juicer yet either. But yeah, we'll get you to say hey to Papa Bob. All right, Papa. You're going to have to get your milk and then give a message to the people for the day.
Okay.
Hey? Here, I got you on live. Here, look at Papa. Say hello.
Hello.
And what do you want to say to the people today?
Good morning.
Anything else?
No.
No? Okay. Well, that's good. You need to get your milk. And he just ironically, which I was not intending, he handed me a voter's card, which I will not be using. Because if you allow, this is a provincial election, which means that it is the box underneath of the federal box. And then there's a municipal also, but that's just another box underneath of the provincial box, underneath of the federal box, which is why this is part of an attempted corprotocratic takeover. And if we actually vote, then we have a representative to say that we are other than we actually are and can be spoken for, because we are not able to speak for ourselves. The light, whoa, it's a fight. What are you looking for? X marks the spot. Did you know that bankers actually put the X there because that is a signature in and of itself? And then when we sign after that, we move from them being the debtor into us being the debtor, and the one who marked the X, because that's their professional position, they become the creditor. It's all so corrupt. It's crazy, but crazy means different, so I should just say insane, because that means doing the same thing over again, expecting different results, of which we can no longer afford. Yet that is a very poignant message to have been able to bring forward today, and the light surrounds me as I say we must do better. We must do different, and I will not be voting for and representative because I'm going to stay standing as myself, because if I did, especially given that I am still fighting for my right to be a woman in my private capacity at all times with all common law, which is all lowercase, unlimited, and unwritten, which is what the true common law is before they capitalize any aspect of it with uppercase lettering. I maintain that standing, but if I were to vote, I'm actually showing that that is not true. So don't. Or do. Your choice. But just know that our legal name is our family name, because that's the Roman surname. So mine is Hamilton, and that is why I now go by Laura J, because it's all inclusive, and yet it does not bind me to the Roman Admiralty law that is the W of the LAW, because land is the common law and A is the heir for the ecclesiastical canon law. The W is the waters, and that's the Admiralty Maritime Law. And then the S, which is not part of Court of Laws, is because that's space, which is our territory, which is God's territory, and we are God sparks incarnate, aspects of the light we came from, belong to, and only feel separate from when we don't remember who and whose we truly are. So I hope you will remember how significant you truly are. I hope you will take that into consideration as this next fraudulent election takes place, because truly it's a de facto government imposing de facto laws, which means that they only have the power because we have given our trust to them to vote for us, and they're not even, the men and women acting in these positions, liable because of the umbrella of protection that a corpse offers until it is man and woman against man on woman, which is what wars do, except for the ones that are battling have suits on, titles, statuses, roles that trump the truth. And that's what we have to shift. So, don't know what the truth is gonna be as to how we solve this, but I do know that we must try our best. And that's the best that we can do, so cheers to being healthy and have a great day. Laura J. and Papa Bob, have a good one. Toodaloo for now.